Hello my loving friends. Today we get to play around with the items featured in the AIA beauty bundle for the month of June. The link and code is in the description box if you guys want to sign up and snag it. And yeah, so it's already $38, but you do get a discount if you use my code from down below. And no, I get nothing out of it other than the ability to get you guys a discount. So if you haven't seen the unboxing, make sure you guys go check it out. But I'm gonna go ahead and just play around with the product. And we're going to see. Lurella is one of those brands that sometimes the items are going to be hit or miss, at least in my opinion. So it's one of those things like you really kind of have to try it to see whether or not it's worth it. Again, in my opinion. I'm gonna start this off by trying their brushes. This is their Lurella flat. I'm gonna call it a kabuki brush because that's basically what it looks like, girl. I have no idea what they call it because it literally just says Lurella and that's it. I am gonna use a foundation. I'm gonna only do 2 pumps, which is what I would typically do. I'm gonna grab that and I'm gonna do one of these. I'm gonna be using different techniques when it comes to applying products because sometimes you kind of need to refresh yourself from beauty school, which is what I'm doing, because you learn so much yet you only like continue to practice the same basic stuff. And yeah, I did go behind the scenes and clean these brushes, gave it a little bit and let them pretty much dry. This product here will let it dry really fast while disinfecting your brushes. Okay, so let's see. This is a nice soft brush. I feel like it's distributed the product really nicely on my skin, so I can't complain about that. Okay, so far that looks really good. It gave me a nice even application. I don't feel like it absorbed all of my product, and look at that. I was able to use the full 2 pumps. That brush is nice. Moving on to bronzing. I know I didn't get a bronzer, but I do want to try these little brush over here. So we are going to kind of go into my Marc Jacobs, which I'm obsessed with lately. And we are going to lightly bronze the skin. Honestly, these brushes, I'm not even gonna continue to review them. I'm gonna use them and move on with my life. They're fairly soft, okay? And they blend really nicely. They're doing the job. The only thing about brushes with white bristles is they tend to stain. So you really need to go in and clean them really well in order to kind of like remove the stainage of the pigment. Well, it really also depends on the quality of the eyeshadow you're using. Okay, this is really nice. I can't complain about these brushes. All right, we're gonna keep her simple today, but that looks really pretty. I am going to do the brows. I'm gonna use this little angled brush. I'm gonna fast forward through this. I'm gonna do my brows. All right, well, if you guys want to get a good laugh, let me explain to you what just happened. I guess I pressed the button and I stopped recording. I did the eyes and then I realized I wasn't recording the eyeballs. So we're gonna go ahead. I removed this side so that I can redo it so that I can show it to you guys. I dipped into the shade Tassel with the big fluffy brush, tapped out, and I applied that all over the crease. Initially, my first impression was this is it's like a grayish brown, and it looks like a brown in the actual pan, but as you're applying it, it is very taupey. I am not against that. I love this shade and how it turned out. However, sometimes looks can be deceiving. So, you have to kind of go in very light-handed when you're trying a product or a formula for the first time, because you just never know. So I went ahead and I added this shade. Again, it's called Tassel, all over the crease area. I blended out towards my brow, went back and forth, tiki, and done. Then I went in with the eyeshadow brush. I used one of the sides and went into Va Va Voom, tapped out a little bit, and I applied Va Va Voom all over the lid. Now, this is a really nice shade. It is very shimmery. I did have to go in more than once to get full-on intensity, because I wanted it to be super heavy on the lid, like so that you can really see like how flashy it is. However, if you go in with your finger, you don't really need to do that, and it was very effortless, so I really liked this formula. I grabbed the very same brush, I wiped it onto like my little napkin. I always have paper towels, napkin, an actual like towel that I can use to just kind of like either remove extra swatches off of like my body, okay, because I'd be swatching all over the damn place, or like even to just kind of go like this with my brush and clean it out fairly quickly. I went in to Spotlight. It is a frosty white. That is what we have here. It is extremely intense. Do you see that? It's cray cray, okay? So then I went in, wiped that down a little bit so that I can blend without applying extra product, because you really need to blend this one. But it was really pretty, super flashy. I want to do a very angelic. Let me know if you guys want to see that, because this palette would be really good for that. A very angelic white on the eyes type of look. I feel like people don't do that anymore because it's, I don't know, like people think it's not gonna work for them. But I would love to create a very light white look. People don't do white on their eyes too much, or rarely enough anymore. And then I'm gonna go in again with the same brush. I used Tassel once again, just to kind of blend this area here, because the white can get a little too heavy and intense. So you kind of want to bring that back. That's why it looks so pretty and clean. Then I grabbed the same brush. Girl, we kept it simple. And I dipped into the shade Musical, mixed that with Burlesque, because I wanted to deepen the outer corner just a smidge, but at the same time, I didn't want to overdo it. And I wanted a shade that was deep, but these are not deep enough. I have thoughts on this palette, and they're not necessarily bad. So the formulas I used are actually really nice. It's a nice palette to color build and kind of like play around with. So it's definitely worth receiving in a beauty box. But I'm gonna tell you, what you see is what you're going to get. The intensity you think you're getting out of this palette is literally what you're gonna get based on what you're seeing in the pan. So these are like, that's a glitter. Oh my God, I just swatched that on my pants. Here are shimmer shades. So you're gonna get what you're expecting out of your shimmer shades. The mattes are really nice, but then this one here is very muted. Expect that to be very light, almost like sheer pigmentation, if that makes any sense. Burlesque, same thing. The shades that look like are not gonna give, are not gonna give. So is the quality good? Yes. Is it amazing? Some of the shades, no. Some of the shades, yes. Is it worth having? Yes, I would definitely keep this palette. It's actually really nice. Was it a good choice for a beauty box? I think so. I'm gonna go in and apply some mascara now that I know that I'm actually recording. I'm gonna apply some mascara. The mascara is not too intensified, so I'm not gonna do 2 and 3 coats. What I am gonna do is just kind of lightly coat my lashes to create a nice little bed for the falsies we're gonna place on top of them. Plus, this is gonna help kind of like cover up any of like the shimmers that we ended up getting onto our lashes. That way you can't really tell that they're there. Now I'm really curious about their lashes because I don't think I've used them, but I think I'm more curious about their lash glue. This is a black one. I would typically use scissors like the ones that they sent over. These are kind of, do you hear that? Okay, so these are gonna need a little bit of oil because these babies are stiff. They're new, but they're stiff. I usually use scissors to trim my lashes. I've already trimmed my lashes, but I did not use the scissors that they sent because I don't feel like I need something this long to trim the lashes. I would usually use this one. This one's by Morphe. You see, this one doesn't make that weird noise as you're like doing this. This is perfect to trim. The length of the actual scissor is amazing. So I'm gonna use this to trim those lash hairs that are a bit much right about now. Failed to do that before filming. Perfection. I like this. Okay, so this black one will be specifically for the trimming of my brow. Did I say lashes before? I probably said, oh, trimming of my lashes. Not my lashes, my brows. Okay, now we're gonna try the little lash adhesive glue situation. I'm concerned because the eyes are fairly light and pretty, and I'm trying not to have to take it off again. So here's my little trick that I do. I tend to apply the lash glue at the very same time on both bands. So it looking like this, and for my carpal tunnel, it does not feel good at all. However, sometimes I'm on a time crunch, so I tend to just apply the lash glue at the same time to both lash bands. I don't know how long we're gonna have to wait to apply these, so I'm gonna give this about a minute or so and we'll see. This variation is actually really nice. I'm not mad at it. This little applicator is pretty cool. I mean, I love long applicators like this. It totally does make life so much easier when it comes to applying lashes, and I'll show you how I'm gonna do that in a second. But like, you see what I'm saying? Like, you can hold your lash completely just like this, zero problems. Okay, we're gonna do one of these. I wanna make sure this is as tacky as it could possibly get because I am not trying to ruin my eyeballs right about now. They look really nice. I'm gonna give her a second. We're just gonna lay them there. Give her a second just in case it needs to get a little tackier, but at least placement is where it's at. It looks funky. We have to adjust it, but for now we're gonna leave her alone. So I'm gonna do like a cream blush really quickly. I'm gonna do this one by, I forgot the brand. Who are you? M Cosmetics. I'm gonna use this little brush from the Lurella collection, and we're gonna tap the blush in place. Oh, this brush is doing a really nice job. I'm gonna pop some up here too. Why not? Blends nicely. Now let's fix these lashes. I think it's about time. I think we're good. Okay, so the lash glue is not where it's at for me, in my humble opinion. It did get tacky. It did do its thing. But like, I applied the same amount of lash glue on either end, and for whatever reason, she's not sticking the way she should be sticking, and I don't like that. So I'm gonna take these off, and I'm gonna pop on my regular lash glue. Oh no, they came off so easy. Okay, that's not for me. The lash glue is just not where it's at. I'm gonna use the Eyelure I've been using for a little bit now, and I actually really like it. I picked it up at Ulta. It has an 18-hour wear, so I'll just use that one. I didn't even feel them coming off. They look pretty heavy. These are really dramatic and heavy lashes. Is this my day-to-day? No, it has to be a moment for me to wear heavy lashes like this. Are they nice? Yeah. Are they comfortable? I mean, I don't feel like they're on, but these are not like your everyday lashes. I don't think everyone would love this style. They're on though, so I'm gonna leave them alone, and we'll see what like it vibes like at the end of the day. But yeah, that's what we're looking at right now. I am gonna try their little highlighter. It is in the shade Bougie. It's a really pretty shade. I'm gonna use this big fluffy brush, which is specifically for highlighting. At least it looks like it. I'm gonna tap out, and then I'm gonna apply the highlighter over my blush, which is perfection because the blush is gonna grip onto this highlight like nobody's business, and that looks wet, which I like. Actually, oh no, I overdid it because I'm talking too damn much. No, wait, let's diffuse that. Let's fix that. For sure, this highlighter is gonna be one that you can apply all over the eyes and only apply that, and it's gonna look really pretty. So if you love luminosity, this highlighter is definitely for you. It's really nice, so I'm not complaining about it. It's just a bit much, like my face looks wet, right? Okay, well, we're gonna look wet today. We're gonna just be wet. It is what it is. Last but not least, the last item we're gonna use is the lippy. I don't even know what I was thinking with this eye look. I love the eyes though. I would change the lashes for sure. I'm just gonna line the bottom like right here down the middle, and then the Cupid's bow. I always tend to do that, but I round out my Cupid's bow. I've tried these lippies. I think that they're okay. They're not like the best. It's a liquid lipstick. Not my favorite formula, but they're nice. And then just so that it'll look a little better, I'm going to diffuse the actual lipstick with the lip liner. Okay, so here's the thing. As you guys can see, it dried fast and it's super matte. The only thing is, it is pretty drying on the lips. So if you have chapped or really dry lips that peel like I do, girl, this formula may not necessarily be for you. And if you're going to apply it, I'm telling you, I've tried this before, just apply a very light amount and like blend it in. Otherwise, it's gonna be too heavy. It's gonna be noticeable. You're not gonna like it. Okay, girl, that is it for the try on. Listen, I already gave you guys my feedback. Highlighter is everything. The brushes were really nice. The eyeshadow is actually impressively very nice. But my thumbs down out of this entire bundle right now would be the lash glue, because honestly, like, I gave it a good like minute and a half. The inner corner started lifting, and when I went to take it off, it just came off like nothing. No pressure. I didn't even have to pull. They just came off. What do you guys think? Give me your feedback down below. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, make sure that you hit the notification bell and select all notifications. That way you get every single alert from my channel, whether it's giveaways, new videos, updates in the community page, and all that jazz. Do not forget to check out my vlog channel, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye guys.